trying to find that one I can call my own.
Top of the hour, brought to you by
NCBA Bank. Go for it.
Nbs Live at 9.
In the news tonight, suspension of Nup Vice President for Buganda deepens rift in the Red Camp. Kyagulanyi seems determined to throw out Mpuuga from Nup, but is there something between these two leaders beyond the service award? Police put Pompous aircraft on sale. Will the force find a suitable buyer? 28 billion. So how and why did the force end up purchasing such a luxurious plane? Thousands of Christians observe the way of the cross. Clergy warns Ugandans against greed. Could money be splitting families and politicians?
Do not lower your guard yet. Uganda Virus Research Institute confirms a virus detected in polluted water. Could it be the reason behind the surge in red eyes?
This is NBS Live at 9 with Samson Kasumba and Shilu Tusime.
Welcome to Live at 9. The suspended Deputy President for Uganda, Mathias Mpuuga, has protested his suspension, arguing that the party president is in captivity with the party under siege. Mpuuga did, however, not reveal who could be holding his president at gunpoint. The suspended embattled Deputy President of Nup in charge of Uganda has responded to party president, arguing that he does not know how to free him from the captors. Mpuuga, in a statement on his X account, formerly Twitter, intimated that his suspension reveals how desperate the top leaders of Nup have become in the recent times. To his advantage, Mpuuga says the circumstances in the party accord him more time to proceed with his earlier plan to consult with the rank and file of the party on the way forward. In a letter that announced the suspension of the Deputy President for Uganda, Mathias Mpuuga was accused of failure to provide a satisfactory explanation for engaging in these actions against the vision, mission and objectives of the party. The party president quoted the Constitution Article 6(3)(h) and 7(1)(e), where powers are vested to discipline a party member. Now, the National Unity Platform has dismissed claims that the party could be witch-hunting their suspended Deputy President for Uganda, Mathias Mpuuga, but only upholding their party principles of transparency and accountability. The NUP Secretary General, Davis Louis Rubongoya, says the party can't act naive as one of their top leaders is going against the party values. This follows Mathias Mpuuga's suspension from his position as the Deputy President for Uganda region.
In a letter signed by the party president Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, NUP suspended Mathias Mpuuga, the MP for Nyendo Mukungwe, from his position as the deputy president of NUP in Buganda, citing his failure to give a satisfactory explanation about the allegations of graft. This was made by claims that there could be more than just a service award in a plot to throw Mpuuga out of the party. The Secretary General of the party, Lewis Rubongoya, refutes the allegation, saying Mpuuga has held senior positions than any other, upholding the matter as only disciplinary.
It is our president who nominated him to be the Commissioner of Parliament just recently, so how can it be witch hunt? I think any person who says that has a problem, because how can it be witch hunt? I think no single leader in the life of NUP has held as many high-level positions as the Honorable Mpuuga.
Rubongoya says the party deserved to take a firm stand against corruption.
For a very long time, we've seen people say, okay, zero tolerance for corruption, and yet they cannot take any action, they cannot do what. So, but now what NUP is trying to do is to say, what we say is what we mean and is what we act on.
The party spokesperson, Joel Senyonyi, recently met the Katikkiro, who advised the leaders to cease fire and resolve the matter amicably if possible, pardon. But to the surprise of many, Kyagulanyi's letter suspending Mpuuga set the fire ablaze. Rubongoya says the party has exhausted all necessary avenues to resolve with Mpuuga.
One of the things you need to remember is that we have actually engaged in all these processes. You remember that this issue did not start with NEC It did not start with the president suspending his deputy. It started in the boardroom, trying to talk.
Now, political scientist Dr. John Paul Kasuja, in the same vein, faults Matthias Puga for not adhering to party disciplinary action and rules out hidden intention to flush Puga out of the party.
Puga should know, when you subscribe to a party, especially a political party in Uganda, you subscribe to its ideology and in all what they believe in. Now, if a party tells you that apologize and resign as a commissioner, and for you say no, then you are not serving the party. You are actually not serving the ideology of the party. You are out of the party ideology. Honorable Puga has been raising questions all the time from the public, and you'll find situations that during walk to work, if this was actually complaining about him, that he was leaking information for walk to work to government. And these stories have been actually developed from during that time.
Now, with all the troubles that have befallen Uganda's youngest but strongest opposition political party, the National Unity Platform, political analysts say the people power rushed to switch into a political party mode. We earlier spoke to political analyst and scholar Professor Gerald Karieja.
People power transformed into a political party. You were here and I told you that that was one of the biggest mistakes people power had done. It had more prospects as a movement, a social movement, than it did with a political party that is supposed to follow particular rules, that is supposed to undergo particular processes, that it has to be subject to public scrutiny because it is benefiting from public funds, and also that it has backtrappings of the law, and so forth. Because now we are seeing these struggles more at a broader level, but they are going to inch in. People are going to start demanding for increased transparency on the election of leaders. If you talk about term limits at national level, people are going to ask about term limits also within people, NUP. Who becomes president, why and how, and so forth. So that obscurity of a social movement, of people power, the traction was cut short. It had more potency for regime change than a political party can have under the current dispensation.
Now let's switch to matters east. The Uganda Joint Christian Council has expressed concern over the increasing greed for money among its key public figures, which has fueled many societal ills. These, as Christians, and we're talking the believers thereof, mark the way of the cross to mark the beginning of Easter celebrations.
From Rubaga Cathedral, Catholic Christians led by the Archbishop Paul Mogelele held procession walking through the 14 stations of the Way of the Cross. Similarly, from Namirembe Cathedral, the Bishop of Namirembe Diocese, Reverend Banja, took on this mantle. For each station of the Way of the Cross, these venerated and recited prayer petitions for the elderly, clergy, children and peace world over. Donations in terms of cash as Easter gifts were tended to the School of the Blind as a way of sharing Easter joy. Different Christian denominations then climaxed the Way of the Cross at Old Kampala Senior Secondary School playground, where they held joint prayers. Speaking on behalf of the Joint Christian Council, the chairperson Bishop Joseph Anthony Zwa expressed concern over the increasing greed for money among key public figures, which has fueled many societal evils.
People are exchanging money left and right, but is it worth it? Isn't it the money like Judas took?
Bishop Ziwa warned that love for money, if not tamed, will see many fail on standards, just like Judas Iscariot, who chose money to betray Jesus.
Take a serious reflection on the way you perceive money and whether it can be a cause of genuine liberation and care of others, or a source of temptation and sin in your life, like it was in the case of Judas.
In a bit, I'll be speaking to Musinya Wynard Katende over Good Friday.